Welcome back to Greatest's Let's Play Agrarian Skies Series 1, and this is episode number 8. Between the episodes, I've been reorganising things. Last episode, obviously, we showed you downstairs area and power and lots of other things. But doesn't this look much cleaner? Nothing up here now, apart from the barrels, which we'll need to get rid of very shortly. And obviously this cyclic assembler, of which we need more. So I made more, or I'm about to make more. 9 of them, in fact, or at least 9 to get us started with these. If we drop downstairs for a second, see what I've done is here's my output going up to the barrels. And I've just moved the autonomous activators, well, you can see it up here, just move them into a line. Gravel, sand, dust. And in order to get them into the right places, this is just a condensed version of the upstairs thing. Remember, we have this igneous extruder here. It has plenty of extra cobblestone to be sent out, so we use some of it, put it into the first pulverizer, export with a round robin. On the back of that, we say I'm only going to accept cobblestone into this first one, and this first autonomous is only going to accept gravel. So sometimes gravel will pop out of here into here, and sometimes gravel will come out of here into here. Again, a whitelist. So sometimes we'll get gravel. On the output of that, again, it's a round robin. No need for a filter. And sometimes, because it's outputting sand and dust as a byproduct, sometimes down here, this accepts sand. So does this. So it chooses sometimes this. And if it does choose this one, this is just going to process into dust every time, which is going to output permanently. No need for a round robin, because there's only one thing that accepts dust, which is that. Fairly compact system. I may be able to compact it a little bit more, route the cables, but to be honest, for the moment, it seems pretty good. Excuse me 1 second. So, where do we go from here? Well, I'm really going to have to get a sound muffler. The noise of this fire permanently is a bit annoying. Yes, it's a bit more efficient, but it's noisier than the lava. So, sound muffler definitely needed, or just use lava if you can't be bothered. The idea with these, by the way, is that these get expanded. If you see there's one at the bottom, you can put an autonomous activator underneath the sieve, and it'll work as well. And then you can have 4 sides. And you might even be able to get away with one on the top and then the vacuum hopper somewhere nearby. I don't want to get things stuck, so I'm not going to push my luck. But as I get more materials, I'll make more autonomous activators, which will process things faster. The gravel's processing very fast now anyway. So, what we kind of need to do is get some power first of all. And the output from all of these is going to go through this pipe, so we can intercept things along this pipe. So just like upstairs, don't have any slabs, a couple, could do with some more really. So just like upstairs, what we can do is we can set out a cyclic assembler. Boom. And we can choose to... Is that the nicest way of putting it? Ideally we could do with this being 1 higher, can't we? Yeah, we're making 1 higher all the way around, but do that bit off camera. On camera, all I'm going to do is just reclaim this. I'll get some of the junk that's passing through the pipe, unfortunately. But just discard it anywhere near vacuum hopper and away it goes. Anything else? Yeah, that'll do for now. Okay. We do need schematics though. Let's not make that mistake again. So let's first grab the broken iron ore. That, because then we can just move this downstairs. Let's just pick up the schematics from wherever I've left them. Not in there. Because we can do a couple on camera just so you get the idea. There we go, blank. Okay, so this is our iron one, so let's just get rid of everything and import in the back, which is where this is coming. Good. And we want to export at the top, and we can just link that back like this. There we go. Now if we put the... Oh, that's just accepting everything, isn't it? Oh, no. Whitelist. We only want broken iron ore, remember. Otherwise... Yeah. Let's just get rid of all this other stuff again. That's fine. Why? Oh, yeah. I haven't finished getting rid of this stuff. There we go. Only iron ore. Now only iron ore is being processed, or will be. Iron ore, whitelist. And we're just going to wait for that to pass in. So we do the same thing just while we're waiting. Here's another one. Let's make sure we're not accepting anything while we program it. Schematic. And what do we want here? Maybe copper? Something like that. See if we can grab a piece of copper. I'm going to need more servos. Let's go and make those. You probably want... I'm going to need 16 servos, but you need probably 18 if you've been looking at this. Oh, by the way, in the last episode I did mention that the pulverizer recipe seemed to be gone. You used to be able to pulverize the ore gravel, the ore sand and the ore dust. It now only works with dust, so you do need to process everything. You can't just shortcut yourself and ignore the proper processing of things into dust. A little bit annoying, the freedom was nice, but hey, not too much of a problem now that we're doing it. So, how many of these would we need? I need 18 of them, so I'm going to need quite a lot of iron. But at least to demonstrate the first 3, which I'm going to do on camera, that should be fine. I need some redstone. The other advantage, by the way, is there's no more vacuum hoppers up here, so it doesn't get dragged into the system if you miss accidentally. So, all good. So yeah, just as before, install your sub. Make sure it's whitelisted to whatever you want, copper. On the inside, got a schematic. We want to program copper. I don't. Oh, please tell me that didn't get sucked in. Oh. Oh. Nah. Ah. Exchange. And one of these days I'll remember the right key combination. That one gets sucked in. Ah, that's annoying. This is why I like packages. You just throw stuff at them and they just go, okay, and everything works. This definitely should be working. Yeah, it just does not want to be programmed. Right, be right back when I can figure this one out. No, apparently it's NEI that causes the problem. Let's get rid of that. Should remember this from last time. Let's see if this works now. Ah, that's much better. There we go. So you're programmed for copper. You're accepting only copper. And we don't need to link, obviously, this top section to the back because everything here is going to be output. And that should be it. All we need to do is keep doing this along this line. And everything should now be automatic. It should be automatically putting into blocks of gravel. That doesn't say we are actually processing the gravel yet. That's the next step. So that's something we do need to do. Be right back once I've got the components for that. Oh, and one quick note. Do hit these to make them green. You do want them to be the first. Oh, God. As I was saying, you do want them to be the first destination for anything that you do. Yeah, I was holding shift to make sure I didn't fall off. And then I right-clicked. Of course I did. Yeah. I've still got this, so that's fine. Easy fix. Anyway, yes, make sure you select them as the first destination. Otherwise, if there's any other first destinations on the network, and there is upstairs for the iron ore, I believe, yeah, Yeah, we need to avoid. Let me just check the iron ore. I may have disabled it, may not have. Yeah, you see it's still here with the green. It's piling up in there, so we can now reclaim this. And this. Even cleaner. No more cyclic assemblers up here. I just got a barrel room. Have we got stuff building up in here? We haven't. So we've got what we should get building up in there though is the copper. So let's put some copper. And just drop it. Ooh, and we do need to accept it as well, so... Is that in time to process it? Maybe, maybe not. Could have gone back upstairs. Anyway, that's the principle. I'm going to go and get some more components, and I'll be right back. Okay, so as you can see, what I've done here is I've put in an input chest, exports everything, pulls everything out, puts it back in near the sifters downstairs, the sieves downstairs, so that I can clean this up easily and have this puddle back up here. But we don't really want these up here, we want them processed. Again, another step, so I've got some more autonomous activators, and let's see if we can set things up. Thankfully these don't need power, so what we want to do with this kind of thing is first of all I want to make sure by default they don't. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to need a few servos. Let's go and grab those. Getting quite a few animals now. I should probably slaughter them actually. Yeah, you... Leather. We do actually need leather for one of the quest objectives, so that's good. And beef. You finished cooking yet? Nearly. Should probably put one of these crafting grids downstairs too, but for now... Okay. So, one thing I am missing right now is vacuum hoppers, because I'm short of ender pearls. That seed still hasn't grown. And the spawns haven't been lucky. So, never mind. What I want to do with these... I want to move them actually. In fact, I want to move this whole line up one. And we'll see if we can get it... We'll see if we can get this working. What I'm trying to do is see if I can get away with not using vacuum hoppers by using regular hoppers. Now, before, if you remember, the stuff just went everywhere when I tried it. But since I don't have a vacuum hopper, I'm just going to give it a try again and see what we can actually do. So, now if I put 1, 2, 3, and then the autonomous. Like that. And yeah, by default these are outputting to the back. That's okay, so we don't get them jammed full of stuff. What we want to do is get one of them to actually place a block in front of it. Then we want to get another one to do we have any spare? Yeah, we do have. That'll do. Going to put a hopper here, and then we want another autonomous activator facing it like that. Oops. Yeah, and the idea being, if the hoppers work, that is. My pickaxe. The idea being, this one places it, this one we put a hammer in, and we get it to break the first one. Now that is going to hammer the gravel into the sand. Let's go and show you. It's going to transform into this stuff, so it's going to hammer iron into crushed iron ore. So that we're going to need to loop back into the system to get processed again, and that's where we need another run of those cyclic assemblers. But the idea, first of all, is just to get it to make sure it automatically processes it, so that we don't end up with just lots and lots of gravel upstairs. Now we want to move everything down towards the dust output, and of course we can't just go and move everything just to dust, because we need the other secondary outputs of all the different gravels and everything like that. So we can't just make into dust and just do just dust, because we need things like suds quartz and all kinds of other stuff. So let's see if we can set this to whitelist only, and we're going to add all the gravels. Well, as many gravels as we've got. Iron, gold, copper, tin, lead, silver. Those are the main ones, but let's do aluminium too. There's 2 more upstairs. Thankfully making 9, which is the nickel and can't remember what the other one's called. Anyway, for now, let's see if this will actually place them. So, input at the back. This one, all I'm going to do for the moment is this, and output to the back, which is fine. I'm going to need another. Oh, got a spare one. Okay. Okay, and inside there, I'm going to give it a hammer. Oh, first slot only. Need to make sure blacklist do not pull the hammer out. Going to give it a hammer. Well, let's see what happens. There we go. Instantly worked. And didn't spray everything all over the place like the sieves. So maybe the hoppers will actually work if I just contain the rest with cobblestone. 5 crushed gold ore. So in fact, where's the hammer gone? Oh, because it's damaged, it's pulled out the hammer. Ignore metadata. Yeah. And there we go. Working. And the hammer's kept there. That's exactly what we want. And we don't even need to pull out of this because we want to pull out of the hoppers, so this could have done with being 1 higher again, couldn't it? Okay. Never mind, we can just realign the hoppers. See how many hoppers I've got, just to start off with. Ah, 2. You'll do. So, we're going to take the hoppers and start collecting things. Hopefully. Because it's already working, I can hear it. I put you down here, and then if we say don't connect to the top, do connect. There we go. So change you to output mode. In fact, that should be on the other side, shouldn't it? Yeah. This would be a lot easier if I just did it properly. There we go. And we'd have a third one here. The reason why there's 3 rows is, one is for gravels, the second one will be for sands, and the third one... Do I need the third one? It'll be dust's output, so I just need to them. No, I may not even need the third one. Yeah, that'll do for now. Let's see what happens there. I'm going to put all the gravels back into the top of the system, and we'll see how long it takes. It's already been pulled out. We'll see how long it takes to grind through everything and make sure everything gets added to our second system. So from here, everything should no longer really be going in here. It should just go straight into this one. So all we then need to do is set more cyclic assemblers and put them back through the autonomous activators down the bottom, and then everything should just arrive at this one. And then finally we just need to put a final cyclic assembler together and then smelt everything, input into the smelter. So that's pretty straightforward, I think. Yeah, I probably won't have time for it on camera. Since it's doing exactly the same thing we've already done, I'll probably do it off camera between episodes because, yeah, we've already seen how to do it with the gravels. You just need another row of these for sand. Yeah, sands. And then finally, we're going to need another row for dusts to make the final block, which we're then going to need to smelt. So you probably have room here, if you're following along, to put your cyclic assemblers for the sand, certainly, and then dust maybe behind them or something like that. You don't have to move these around because these are just going to pull in whichever item needs to, and we should probably again set this to green, because we want all the gravels to hit this before anything else. That about, I think we're getting pretty close to the end of the episode, the half an hour mark. We've done quite a lot in this episode, really. We've set up, obviously you've seen this at the start of the episode, we moved all this downstairs. I may well make more of those autonomous activators so that these sieves move faster. Of course, they can only really move as fast as these pulverizers supplying them with something. So if you want more stuff, just make another row of these pulverizers and maybe another igneous extruder, maybe not. I think it's keeping up anyway. But yeah, you can just add another row. That will then, if you look at these already, I mean, I've only got 2 autonomous activators. The only one that's actually a bit behind is the dust, so I'll probably put another one on there. In fact, let's just grab this one because I may not need it. So let's just grab you and you, and let's just enclose this temporarily as well, so just so that we don't get anything bouncing all over the place. At least, hopefully we don't. Yeah, let's see how that does. If it still has problems, then we'll sort it some other way. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So once again, this has been episode 8. I think next episode we do need to get onto the tree farms. Let's get rid of all this as well. We've cleaned up this area already. Once I do the rest off camera, you'll probably see that all this becomes even cleaner. And we're left with a few farms, which we need to automate. And then we can make sure everything looks great around here. This top area, I kind of want to be a nice kind of area rather than, industrial grey. That's all stuff for the basement. So yeah, let's start with the tree farms, which means we need some more rubber. So between episodes I'm going to get that as well. Alright, thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe or comment below, particularly if you have any ideas. Ooh, sheep. I need shears. One other quick thing, by the way. May have mentioned it, may not have, but if you are still using getting stuff from trees before we get to the farm, make some shears with some iron and you shear the leaves and compost the leaves. Don't keep composting saplings. It's much easier to compost leaves. Anyway, leave my comments below and I'll see you next episode. Greatest is signing off.